So when it comes to cooking materials, there's lots of different materials you can have things made out of, and there are lots of pros and cons to each. Especially if you're working with non-stick pans or enameled cast iron pans or even just metal pans off the bat, you don't want to use something like steel or any sort of metal, because just by the act of scraping your pan with it, you're getting little flecks of, metals and different gross particles in your food, which you don't want to be eating. That leaves all of the softer materials. You can use wood, you can use nylon, you can use silicone, but all of those have their pros and cons. Wood, for example, is very soft, so it's not going to damage the metal and get bits in your food, but it soaks up flavors, it soaks up colors, it soaks up little bits of your food, and it gets gross after a while. Nylon doesn't have that problem, it doesn't scratch your materials of your pan, but at the same time it has a relatively low melting point compared to other things, and it gets warped and disgusting pretty fast too. And silicone doesn't really suck up flavors in foods that much. It has a very high melting point, or I guess warping point at the same time, but it's very flexible and very soft. So I want to talk about my favorite cooking utensil off the bat. I actually got a new one, just to have a second one, and I decided to make a video for it. Is the Le Creuset Bi-Material Revolution Saute Spoon. It gets rid of a lot of those problems. So it's not made of wood, because wood, as I said, gets disgusting very quickly, but it is made of sort of glass-filled nylon, a polymer, and the tip is silicone. So what that means is the tip, as you can hopefully see, is able to morph and bend and fit into the crevices of your pot. You can scrape things and it's not going to cause a problem. But the rest of the spoon is not flexible, which means you can easily stir things, you can easily mix things without the spoon sort of getting all floppy and disgusting. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing product. I really love it. Obviously, the silicone tip doesn't scratch enameled cast iron. It doesn't scratch non-stick surfaces. It's good, I believe, up to 500 degrees for the tip, which is great. And it really, really stays true to what its purpose is, which is cleaning up all the fond on the bottom of your pan, being able to mix liquids while you're cooking. It doesn't melt, it doesn't get disgusting. The tip, which is normally where the nylon spoon would start melting and warping, since it's silicone, which has a higher melting point, that's not actually a problem either. So it really just ends up being a phenomenal spoon. Don't get wood, don't get nylon, don't get silicone. If you're looking for a mixing spoon or a saute spoon, whatever you want to call it, that's your be-all, end-all of spoons, this is the one that without a doubt I suggest. If you have any questions, let me know. Comments, as always, let me know. I'll put a link down below, and otherwise I'll talk to you very soon.